Everybody, welcome to the first edition of Snow Talk for the season. Yay! Snow lovers, rejoice. And as you see on the snowboard, there's not a lot to talk about. It's the way it goes, right? We've already had a trace of snow. That's something, right? We'll take that. But the only thing on the board, really, when we look ahead here, is just today's snow and rain mix to the north. That's it. For those of you new to the Snow Talk blog, just to kind of reiterate what I typed on the blog, but this is a blog where every day we look at the snowboard, we see what's possible. We evaluate that to see if it's something that's significant or if it's too iffy to even be concerned about and write it off. And that's what this blog is for. It's for the discussion on those that are just curious about snow. And that's what we're going to do each and every day here on the blog. And some days we'll have a lot of these days filled in with all kinds of stuff. And some days it'll be like this. Hardly anything on here. You see the snowfall to date. Of course, the trace doesn't register, so officially 0. But normal to date, we should already have a 10th under our belt. Last year we had nothing to date. Okay, so let's dive into the snowboard. You see Wednesday listed there. Here's your snow forecast over the next 14 days. This is just a modeling idea. Let's pick up a little bit of that snow there to the north, as you saw. But as a wide-not view, you see most of the snow is going to be centered across the northeast, into the northern plains, and into the Rockies. That's where the core of the cold air continues to build, and I think this is going to be a map we're going to see a lot of into the winter. The thing is, our winter forecast, by the way, is on the blog as well. It came out last night. So be sure to take a look at it. But what will happen is you build this snow cover up, and then you get it built a little more south, and that forces the storm track south, and eventually you'll get into some interesting weather when that happens. But it's a step-down process. Yeah, you can get one or two rogue systems that can dig and pull in some cold air and produce a snow event. But I really think it's going to be the step-down process to building up the cold and the snowpack in the north. This is going to be key on this winter, and we'll see how this plays out. So this pattern right now is not bad. If you love snow, it'll pay off for us later. Winter forecast, by the way, it was all of our ideas, not just mine. All of our ideas, we came together. Some of us were way on the snow, some way low on snow, and I think the general idea, we're pretty close overall, to be honest with you. I don't see it being as boring as last year, but I don't necessarily see it being as active as far as a lot of snow and cold, snowy days. I think we're going to have some significant storm systems pass through. It's just trying to figure out where do we fit on that, and that's why we're in the battle zone. All right, let's talk about the radar today. We've had that rain-snow mix in our northern counties today. Now it's just showing up as all rain across our area, but for a while Bedford had some snow as well, but it's mainly in this area where a burst of snow mix took place, basically where we expected it to be. Otherwise, it's cold rain. We got a break now, but more waves of rainfall are going to pass through, and eventually we're going to get a south wind in here later today, the warm front. We're going to climb into the 50s this afternoon, late day. Then we'll rise into the lower 60s overnight, and we're going to stay warm in that zone of, at the coolest, upper 50s, mostly 60s and 70s, all the way through the weekend. We may get, if we get any sun at all, and that's always the catalyst, but if we get any sunshine, not so much Saturday, because Saturday we'll have a north wind part of the day, but on Sunday we have a south wind. If we can get some sun breaks, and I think we will, get a break toward a record of 80 degrees. We'll make a run for it, at least in the city, we will. But it's going to be unsubtle. There could be some thunderstorms because it's not exactly a stable environment either. It's unstable on Sunday, so thunderstorms can easily begin to pop, but we'll see how that plays out. Let's look at the modeling here. It's the GFS. It shows the front at the end of the weekend on Monday. It arrives. What's interesting is it has the front moving in, then you get another wave that comes in behind it. So our cool down is not rapid. It's a cool down to the 50s, but another shot of cool air behind it will actually be felt as we head more into Tuesday, Wednesday. So that's where we dropped our numbers down a bit. But the GFS is trying to bring us another warm front in before yet another system tries to dive in from the north. But overall, we stay on the warmer side of the entire pattern of the GFS to the 11th. Here's the Euro. It has that front. It too picks up the idea of another wave riding along that as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll have to watch that for any cool air on the northern fringes. That's certainly a possibility like we saw today. But it's trying to aim on the idea that for some reason the rain part doesn't animate. It stops working. But it tries to bring down the colder air that following weekend around the 11th versus the GFS tried to warm us up. Euro is thinking cold. And ensembles are smoothing out that idea a bit more. So what we're going to do is trend toward that idea of 70s, maybe touching 80 here on Sunday, and then we step down cool. We drop down rain cold air on Tuesday, and then step down another wave as we get into Wednesday and part of Thursday. We'll drop a bit more. And then we'll level out, and we'll just see how things play out for us from the 11th to the 14th there. I'm going to go with just 50s until we get a better handle on how much of a cold wave will drop down, or we're going to go back into a ridging pattern, which is probably going to be expected out of this. I don't really see a lot of significant dips in the jet stream until we get past the 14th, but we'll see how it plays out. All right, that's it today for the first edition of Snow Talk, guys. Hopefully it'll get more exciting than this, and I'm sure it will. Stay tuned.